Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. We are live. All right. Woohoo. Yes, sir. We are excited because we are down to our last evening. Hey, Too Blessed, how you doing, baby girl? All right, we are going to have a wonderful time. This is going to be a great conversation, y'all. I'm telling you, this evening is going to be off the chain. The guy that I got for you all, this dude is going to blow your mind with the information that he's going to bring us. That's not only going to assist us, right, with making the best decision we can make on November the 3rd, if you have not already voted, but in our life period, just going forward, coming out of this pandemic, going into 2021. I believe he's going to bless us with a lot of information that we can practically put into play in our lives and see a positive and wonderful change going forward. I want to welcome everybody here to our virtual voter conversation. If this is your first time, this is where we sit down at the table and discuss political issues and matters that are facing us this year that's going to help us get to the polls and cast our vote. Okay, we talk about the different political issues that's facing us on both sides. Here, we are not here to tell you who to vote for, who not to vote for. We're just here to give you information to help you consider in making your decision on who you're going to cast your vote for. All right, y'all can see. I hope this shows up good. Proud to support medical marijuana 2020. If you don't support it, you don't have to support it. But if you do, we'd appreciate it if you cast your vote. We know that this particular issue is going to affect a lot of people in Mississippi that are suffering from illnesses like cancer, lupus, seizures. Okay, so if you support it, come on out and vote for it. And if you don't, still come out, cast your vote. We need you to participate in our political process. All right. This program, this broadcast has been brought to you every Sunday at 6 p.m. by One Voice and their civic engagement grant. We're thankful to them for that. That assistance has helped us put this together to help get this information out. We also want to thank one of our supporters for this evening, Miss Alita Peoples, who is a credit specialist. If you want to get your credit together, give her a call. Her information will be streaming down the bottom of the screen. Okay, guys? So if you need to get your credit right, then give her a call. And now is a good time. Going into 2021, you want your life to be better. We don't want to come out of this pandemic the same way we were when we went in. I know that's right. All right. Well, let me introduce my guest for this evening, guys. He's none other than Stephen J. Newton Sr., affectionately known, and as I call him, Apostle Steve. He's a very studious, business savvy, and future-driven innovator. If you have an innate desire to love God, serve others, and fulfill your highest potential, constructing an epic lifestyle while doing it, 1 hour with Apostle Steve will change your life forever. I can attest to that. I believe that. Apostle Steve teaches with an approach of capability without complexity. His ability to tap into the heavens and withdraw spontaneous, pulse-pounding, incisive revelation from God is provocative. Y'all excuse me. With accredited academic training and certifications in neuro-linguistic programming, hominology, and a whole bunch of other stuff, y'all. This guy has got a lot. Quantum biofeedback, consciousness, energy, music healing method. He applies practical teaching to compel others to live and experience God's best for their lives. As a certified John Maxwell leadership coach, Apostle Steve helps those around him create profitable and proven-driven business endeavors, products, or services that yield the greatest results, providing an avenue to serve God more through service to others. He's a comeback veteran with the U.S. Army, a serial entrepreneur, a viral church planter, and he employs innovative solutions to assist leaders from all walks of life to explore the true impact of their ideas and investigate new ways of connecting the world to the thoughts of Jesus Christ. So, in other words, he uses biblical principles, okay, to show you how to transform your life for the better. And as your life is transformed, you're able to position yourself to help transform the lives of others. He's an awesome guy. A lot of my success has come through listening and following him. And so I thought it would be great to bring him on, to have him discuss and help us tackle some of these issues that are coming up and affecting us in doing this election cycle. So if y'all would please put your hands together, give a round of applause for none other than my friend, my Apostle Steve. Woo! Yay! How's it going, Apostle?
I'm good. How about you, love? My most favorite judge in the whole wide world.
All right. Well, Apostle, I sure appreciate, because I know that you are a tremendous busy man, and I appreciate you taking the time to come talk with us. I spent a lot of time trying to make sure that people in my community, my surrounding areas, get the information that they need in order to make the best decisions for their lives as possible. And sometimes it's stuff that sounds good and feel good. And then sometimes it might be a little rough, but it is necessary. If we want to move forward, that's what I believe. Life is ahead of us. It's ahead of us. And so making sure that our people are informed, and making sure that they are aware of what's going on around them so that they can make better choices and decisions is very important to me. I think that's one aspect of helping our communities grow, develop, and hopefully be able to set a stage that our young people can grow into as they follow us. So Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be on. I watch a lot of your programs on YouTube, and I said, man, she has a nice following on you.
That's
the congregation. The congregation.
That's a little bit of the messy side.
Yeah, I say, oh, the congregation is nice. The congregation is nice.
Apostle, you from Shreveport, is that right?
Absolutely. Born and raised in Shreveport.
And I talk a lot about redeveloping communities and things of that nature, and that African Americans can redevelop their own communities. We can do it. We have the wherewithal, the knowledge, and the skill base to get these things done. And in watching and following you, I see that you're doing those very things there in Shreveport.
Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Tell the audience some of the things y'all got going on down there, Apostle.
Oh, wow. From opening businesses to revitalizing neighborhoods, and we do some political things, and of course planning churches, training the people economically, technologically, getting them prepared for the future. If I think if we are and you can't get away from the future without technology. So
absolutely,
if you are training without technology, you're going to lose in this next season of life. If you haven't figured out by now, okay, that during this pandemic, they have been implementing things.
Wait a minute, Apostle. Did you say pandemic or plandemic?
Plandemic. Plandemic. They and I'll probably say sometime another why I call it a plandemic. But a portion of what we're talking about right now is why, it's people would not change. They wouldn't shift. So from Bush to Obama to Trump, they were trying to get people to shift. They weren't shifting, and too many people were holding a tight grip to what they had called normal and their lifestyles, what was normalcy to them. And they wouldn't let that grip go. So something had to happen to force the people to let go so that change could take place. So technology is not going anywhere. Technology is advancing, and so as we rebuild, revitalize our communities, we're really helping to lead the way in technological advancement, economic advancement, social advancement, and some political advancement. It's necessary.
Well, I'll tell you, Apostle, back here a little while ago, we were fighting very fiercely to save our school here locally where I am. And one of the points that was important to me and that I made that I got a little flack about was when making decisions about moving forward in our educational system. We're talking about merging schools or building one school or whatever the future holds. There's no way for us to plan properly to position our children to compete globally if we're not including technology in any of our planning. There's just no way for it to happen. And I got some pushback about that of, we need to teach us hands-on, one-on-one touching the children. And I never disagree with that. There is a place for that. But if the future is going in a different direction, how do you not prepare for it? How do you fight and hang on to a dead system? Or at least a dying one, and then the pandemic happened, and now our whole educational system is all virtual for the most part. So it's important. I think the people need to understand that it is important for us to have an ear to hear and then be ready to move or shift in the direction that the universe is taking us. Otherwise, you're going to get left behind and left out.
Absolutely. And what you just said is a perfect example of why I call it a pandemic. It's a perfect example of what I just shared. The education system needed to go virtual. There were already programs in place. My daughter, my youngest, I have 4 children. My youngest daughter has been homeschooled all of her life using virtual and technological advancement. There were programs that's already in place that Bill Gates and others had put in place for virtual education. When people were fighting that and they would not shift to allow teachers to be able to do that, they used the pandemic to move it forward. So now what you fought, there is no fighting anymore. You no longer have a choice. You don't have a choice. The pandemic removed the choice to fight. Now you have to do it. You have to do it. Let's take homeschool, for example. Homeschool was fought. Now, of course, homeschool has been, it's been around for decades. But on a mass scale, homeschool was fought. It would and was greatly discouraged, especially in the African American community. Everybody likes public schools, and of course, for many reasons other than just public education. Some people need public education because they have to go to work 2 or 3 jobs, so they can't be home with the children all day, and so just certain environments you just need it. So then homeschool wasn't encouraged. Many people would talk about me. I'm talking about family members, different things, because I homeschooled my daughter. And I remember riding the car about probably maybe 2 months ago or so. And my daughter, she and I were talking. She's 9. She and I were talking. She just turned 9. She and I were talking, and we were talking about homeschool and different things. And she said, now everybody's homeschooling. I said, absolutely. So something that was once disdained and shunned has now become our new normal. And that's, watch this, that's going to become the normal. What do I mean? Everything that you shunned and disdained in the past 2 to 5 years will become your normal in the next 68 days and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to become your normal. You're going, and watch this, to prepare, because again, pandemic, to prepare for the educational shift, who did they place in position for education as the Secretary of Education in the White House? Miss Betsy DeVos. Miss Betsy DeVos is the daughter of Steve DeVos. Steve DeVos is one of the owners. Steve DeVos and Jay Van Andel are the owners of Amway. So here is business, and here is the daughter of one of the owners of one of the oldest network marketing companies on the planet, and most successful on the planet. And she was homeschooled, and she was placed as the Secretary of Education. So when people were saying he placed the wrong person there, she knows nothing about the system that's in place, that's because she wasn't put there to purport the system that was in place. She was put there to support the system that they are putting in place right now. Virtual education for children at home.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. See, knowing, Pastor Apostle, that you know, having the proper information helps you be able to position yourself so when the shift comes, you're ready to make it.
Absolutely.
You're ready to make it. Having that background and that understanding helps you see how this world is getting ready to shift and how you need to be moving to make sure you step in line so you're not left behind. Because we don't move until it's too late. The move has already happened. The shift is done and over. And now we're talking about, let's get ready to move.
The Lord say, prepare for the shift. No, you missed the shift. You missed the shift. You missed the shift. The shift happened a long time ago. The money moved with the shift. All of this, which goes into, like you're talking about, the schools and the schools shutting down, the schools merging. Watch this. A lot of that has to do with property taxes. A lot of that has to do with, of course, when you're dealing with property tax, I may get in trouble.
Go ahead, give it to us, Apostle. We need it.
A lot of it has to do with property taxes. So teachers, different things, they're paid through property taxes. So
right.
So now, if the community that we're living in are filled with renters, people who don't own homes, they don't own the homes that they're living in. Cities and communities are allowing companies and families outside of the states to come in and wholesale property, which means that a lot of the people that are the landlords that own the properties don't even live in that city or state.
Don't live here.
And many of them are collecting free money because they're getting rent from the tenants and they're not paying the taxes, which means the teachers in your community can't be paid, which means the schools in your community cannot be taken care of. It can't be properly addressed because you don't own the homes. And the people who do aren't paying the property taxes. My goodness, today. So now, oh Lord, I'm going to get in some trouble. Now we have to deal with home ownership and why, watch this, why our community don't have the homes that they have. So now you start dealing with gentrification, all that kind of stuff, okay? and what's going on with that. Why don't our generation purchase the homes? Why are we being moved out of our communities into other communities? And then, our Caucasian counterparts, different, they're coming in and they're purchasing up the land and all of that stuff. And how does all of that take place? And our community is moved out, and we don't have that information. We don't know what's taking place. Watch this. It's not a money thing. It's not a money thing. So it's not a person getting into an office and throwing more money at the community. Oh God, I'm going to get in trouble. It's not somebody throwing more money at the community and saying, give them more grants and give them more this. They need more money. No. Something is wrong here. Something's wrong here. It's not a money issue, because there are people who are renting these homes and they have BMWs in the driveway. There are people who are renting these homes and they have Cadillacs that are, I mean, they gut the Cadillac out and oh my God, they put new rims on it and new chairs, new seats in there and all that kind of stuff. You understand? They tighten it up, right? So, but they can't afford to buy the home. They can't afford to buy the home. So what is the problem? It's not a money issue. It is a mind issue. So then what does the president do? Oh my God. He doesn't put somebody over HUD who's dealing with money. He puts the person over HUD who is a neurologist. Oh, Jesus. We don't need to throw money at the issue. We need to find out what's going on in their programming. What's going on in the programming? Let's deal with the programming of the people, because if we keep throwing more money at the issue, we will end up with a Baltimore, oh my God, where you've given $10 billion and the community is still rat infested. The community is still broken. You've given $10 billion. $10 billion and from your city council all the way up to your state representative and your congressman, they are black. So you can't blame it on the white man. All your black leaders got $10 billion and your community is still down. Your community is still, it is not a money problem. It is a neurological problem. So some rewiring needs to be taking place. Some reprogramming needs to be taking place. I'm going to get in trouble. So Ben Carson wasn't put there to write you another check. Ben Carson was put there to deal with your mindset. He's a neurologist, not a businessman. He wasn't put there for no money.
Well, you know what, Apostle? I grasp that. The interesting thing that I have that I've learned in learning and understanding money and having a better understanding in money and understanding that you need to do more than just save. Okay, that you're not going to save your way into wealth. It's just not going to happen. So the interesting thing that I learned is this: more money doesn't get you to wealth status. Just more money. I need more money. Just give me more money. That it's not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. You can make $1 billion, but if you don't know how to put it in the right places to work for you, you'll be just as broke in a month. If you work for you got the billion. And so that mindset is what helps you understand that. And when you do, it positions you to start making better decisions about not only money, but your life. I am a believer that once your mindset gets right about your money, your mind will be right about everything else in your life. You won't have time to be worried about entering into a relationship with a joker that won't work, ain't got no hustle, ain't trying to work and just lay up on you, because you know your money works for you, not for you and him, while he ain't working at all. It just helps you start making better choices and decisions. You start to understand that it's more important for me to make sure that my baby has everything that he or she needs to be educated than he needs them $200 new sneakers. Now you can get the $200 new sneakers, but they can't be more important than your baby's education.
Come on. Come on. And so now watch this. What happens in our communities, see, we're talking about wealth and my money matters. We're talking, watch this. You got to follow the money. Listen to this. You can't, okay, oh Lord. We can't keep being leaders who if we're writing for grants and all of this, right? We have to write that the people that we're servicing can't afford the services. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now when we have to say that in the grants, that's why they provide the grants. All right. So now if the government keeps providing these grants, and these grants are going to these communities. So your community, this organization got $10,000. This organization, $20,000. This organization, $100,000. This organization, $200,000. Okay, now you're working on $330,000 that's been sent to your neighborhood between 7 or 8 organizations in your neighborhood. $330,000 has already been sent to your neighborhood, and everybody that wrote said the people they're servicing cannot afford the services that they're trying to give to their community to uplift their community. Well, now let's say your community center or your municipal auditorium. We have what's called a municipal auditorium in Shreveport, and then we have another convention center called the Century Tale Center. Okay, now these are businesses where concerts and comedy shows and all that kind of stuff happens. Okay, now they have to report the monies that's coming through there. All right. So now, if your community has received $330,000 from the government because you said that all the organizations said that those people could not afford the services that were brought through in order for you to service their community, but the municipal auditorium and the convention center, when they sent their P&L statements up, their profit and loss statements, they said that when Fantasia came to town, the concert sold out. Their P&L statement says when Justin Bieber came to town, the concert sold out. Their P&L statement says when Ricky Smiley came to town, the comedy show sold out. So now the people at the top who are writing the grants and sending the money are saying, this is what's happening now. They're saying, hold up a minute. We just sent y'all $330,000 because you said your community could not afford to pay for the services that you're offering. But the Ricky Smiley show sold out. The Fantasia and Mary J. Blige concert sold out. Somebody has some money, so somebody lied. These people are not crazy. And they know we went and bought the outfit for the show, the hair for the show, the nails for the show, the shoes for the show. We went to the show. And then we write and say, now we need money for our schools, and we need money for our neighborhoods, and we need money for our computer programming, computer literacy programs. We need money for, and then they start saying, hold up a minute now. Now, watch this. Trump shouldn't have to say that. My great-grandmother, she used to say it to me before I ever knew who Trump was. With the little money I was making, she would say, baby, you're buying your wants and begging your needs.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
And so the problem that we're having in our communities is not necessarily all of yes, we do have some systemic racism. Yes, there is some problems with our political system. But before we start reaching out, we need to look within our own homes and tell ourselves we are buying our wants and begging our needs. So we can't keep going to all these concerts and then asking the white man that we supposed to be against for the check to take care of our education. When if oh Lord Jesus, if you can't talk about the folk and then ask them for their money at the same time.
You the blue-eyed devil, but send me my $1,200 check, please.
Yes. So if we're going to walk away, what we're going to have to do is establish systems within our own communities, with our own leadership that work, not just, oh Lord, not just programs because we found out that they just released funding for it. So then we're going to jump into this program so we can, write it up. So now everybody's trying to be a grant writer and everybody's trying. No. Real programs that's going to help in our community. Watch this. Entrepreneurial investment opportunities where you invest in each other. You become your own Shark Tanks. So if your friend is reaching out to you and saying to you that they're preparing to start a business, you start trying to figure out a way to invest in that business. How can I? You need $1,000, need $2,000. What percentage can I have? I give you $2,000 to get started. You buy the cups and the straws and the brooms and the mops and we'll get started. You buy the cake mix. We don't have to. Oh Lord, we don't have to be trying to, open up a McDonald's and all that kind of stuff. We got enough church mothers baking cakes for the church anniversary to start our own bakery.
Listen, what you talk about? We got listen. We got the cooks. If they at the church house. Now we got some cooks at the church house that can cook a burger like
cook. They can downright cook. You understand? We have uncles. Watch this. We have uncles and brothers and nephews and cousins. Watch this. Who can build the mansions but have never lived in one.
Oh,
So now we have what we have to do now is back up. And here is where, again, our community, we have the goods, but we don't like doing the paperwork. So yes, your uncles and your brothers and your cousins and your nephews.
Wait a minute, pause. You said we don't like to do it.
We don't like to do the paperwork to go down and get certified.
Preacher, we'll fill out all the paperwork in the world to go work at somebody else's job to help make them a million. But we won't fill out our own paperwork to start our own company to make our own self a millionaire.
Make your own self a millionaire. You will sit up all night long and call your niece over to the house to help you fill out the paperwork for the application for the job that's paying you $20 an hour. But for your minority program that the city has in place, you won't call that same niece over to help you fill out that application on that computer so that you can get 1 million of the 10 million that they're offering for contractors to build the next neighborhood. So you will stay up all night to fill out the application for a $20 an hour job, but there's $1 million sitting downtown, and all you need to do is go get certified, start your LLC, go get registered with your state, and go downtown. Go sit in the meetings. Watch this. But here's the other thing. See, we can't be talking about Trump too much because some of us don't like paying taxes either.
No, what you say? What you say?
So
what do you say? I'm like, to show your tax return, not because I got a problem with it. I'm trying to figure out what I missed right now. Can you show me what you did? But I'll be honest, Apostle. I think that for those individuals who struggle with that understanding are individuals who are not business owners. I think business owners get it; they understand. Now, I'm not saying that everything he filed was in line
Right.
with the law, but I'm saying that if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, you understand that those credits there that are in the tax code are there to benefit you. If the truth be told, is to help you get more money in your pocket so you can reinvest in your company to help your company grow and scale, which puts you in a position to hire more people. That's the way it's supposed to work anyway.
That's where it's supposed to work, right? And so now, but see, here's the thing with our community. Watch this. How many? How many? And see, I have to say this so that I can rewire the thinking, so you can see it. You can see this thing playing out. Watch this. How many yards have you cut in the last 4 summers? Did you go pay the taxes on that money you made them yards you cut?
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Not if they were paid it.
That's what I'm talking about. See, all those cakes you baked and them sweet potato pies you baked, and you sold watch this, the past 10 Christmases, the past 10 Thanksgivings. Did you go you go pay taxes on those pies and stuff? See, so before we start tossing them rocks out there, let's come home first. So we can watch this. So we can first figure out the system and then find out how to make that system that's in place work for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we take them same pies. We take them same lawnmowers and weed eaters. We figure out the system. We make that same system work for us. And now you scale up your lawn service.
Absolutely.
Now you scale up your pastry shop. See, now it ain't just Medill. Medill back down there baking cakes. No, Medill has a pastry shop.
Absolutely.
and Medill's about to write off some of that gas bill. Medill's about to write off some of that electric bill. That kitchen table in that kitchen where Medill keep all them pies and stuff. She's finna write a portion of that off. See, some of you still looking for some $1 million information. I'm giving it to you.
Right here. Free of charge. On top of that, you ain't got to pay me. We're giving it to you for free. Do you hear what he's saying? What he's saying is, let me help, Pastor, because maybe somebody's still struggling. Let me help y'all. What he's saying is, what you are already doing, what is already at your hands to do, that you have income coming in from, if you would simply understand a little bit more, get you a little bit more information on how to turn that into an official business, you can grow that thing outside of the kitchen at your house.
Yes.
Right? And you take that money and that's what you use to expand, to grow, so that dilapidated building downtown can be purchased by you and you can put your patients in there.
Come on. Watch this. And if you do it right and you get certified, it's been dilapidated so long, the city may give it to you. The city
what you say?
The city may give it to you because you have your paperwork in place, you have your numbers in place. Watch, and let me forget. I don't want to forget that. Because you put those pies in your car. And you go deliver those pies to the people who purchased those pies. Now your gas, your mileage, just find out. Your state offers a percentage per mile. Mile. So now you can turn your car into a company car Oh Lord Jesus. Oh Lord Jesus. And now when you go do your oil changes, that's a tax write-off. When you go put new brakes on, that's a tax write-off. When oh Lord Jesus.
New tires that you're gonna need. So I say this all the
we just made 3 millionaires today.
I say this all the time, Apostle. I say I don't have time to be angry. I don't have time to be fussing about what somebody else is doing to better themselves in their community. What I want to do is sit down and talk with them and figure out what they're doing so that I know the plan, put the plan in place in my own community, and I don't have to be mad.
Come on. Don't have and it's enough. Hold on. It's enough money to go around. My dear, do you know they eat sweet potato pie in India?
Technology. If you will either learn it or get you some help, get your grandchild, get your niece, your cousin, get somebody who understands how to use this computer, and you can sell your pies across the waters, guys.
The waters. So you're not stuck in your city. You're not just sitting here saying, oh, my city of Cleveland just have this amount of people in it. Oh, my city of Shreveport just have this amount of people in it. You, with technology, you have 7.2 billion people that you have access to. Glory to God.
So there is absolutely no reason why anybody has to sit up and be jealous. Now listen, y'all listen to us good. Because when making your decisions, when it comes to the elections and you're deciding who to go and vote for, the conversation we're having, the information that you're getting is to be used to help you make a determination which one of these guys are going to put policies in place that's going to best suit you and what you're trying to do for yourself, for your family, for your community. Okay.
Absolutely.
So understanding the necessity in how to grow and build your community is important. Because if you don't understand it, you'll keep making the same dumb choice over and over and over again and never really realizing why things are not getting better. You got to get this information, understand it, and then apply it. Just knowing it, going and sitting down on the couch with a ham sandwich ain't going to help you. Don't say it sounds good. Put it to use.
Absolutely. And the principles we're talking about tonight will work for you regardless of who gets in there.
Absolutely.
Regardless of who gets in there. So if it's Trump, don't you say, oh my Lord, my person didn't win. If it's Biden, oh God, my person didn't win. Watch this. I like to say it this way. I'm not right wing or left wing. I want the whole bird to fly. I want the whole bird to fly. I plan to benefit from the whole bird. I plan to benefit from the whole bird. So now it is getting in the room, getting the table. Watch this, and now let me back and get some practical things. Be okay with being at the table where you feel ignorant. Be okay with being in the room where everybody there seems like they're smarter than you. Be okay with that. Watch this. And I even tell those who I coach all the time, even if you may be smarter, have more education, still go in the room and sit at the table as if you know absolutely nothing. Clear your mind as if you know absolutely nothing, so that you can gain new insight and new information as to what it is that you are desiring to do. as you build your communities, the people, as we're in this election cycle, the people that you're voting for, not just nationally, but even locally, these people you should get to know even more so. Some of you know more about Trump than you do your mayor. and that's the person who affects you the most. You need to find out about your city council. Watch this. You need to find out about your district attorney. Oh Lord. You need to find out about your circuit court judges, because these are the people that's passing the law. These are the people that's evicting you out of your homes, of the people who don't even pay property taxes.
Yes.
So now how can you fight the systemic problem that's in place and you haven't built relationships with the people who are in place? Oh my God. You have to build the relationships with the people who are in place, because you can have a lot of money and still not be properly connected, and your money has no influence. Oh Lord. Yeah. And so your money has no voice. Your money has no power. You just have a whole lot of money. It has no power in your community. Well, the way oh Lord, one of my mentors, he used to say it this way. I say used to. He still says it this way. Named Dr. Claude Anderson, and he says you either buy you a politician or rent you one.
I know that's right. That's what he said. That's not what he said. That's sure what he said. So no, yes he does.
Yes. You buy you one or you rent you one, because at the end of the day, they are there to work for their constituents.
It is a collaboration. It's a collaboration. It is us taking advantage of the opportunities we have to build within our community, along with working with the governmental system that's there in your community, so that ultimately what you're trying to do wins, right? You started this, you want to be successful. You need to support your city, because if your city is not supporting you, that can be a real tough thing to accomplish. Like you said, they'll fight you on every hand. You go do this, and then they'll come up with a new policy saying you got to do this. And once you do that, they'll come up. So it is a collaboration. Yes, you have your ideas. Yes, you're going to invest by starting businesses in your city. But yes, making sure that you have the right people in position that understands how to move the community forward, and the necessity of needing to move your community forward is also something that you need to participate in and be aware of. These things matter overall. Putting a business in a city that's dying and there's no intentions of bringing life don't help you.
Absolutely. And then here's another thing. I'm glad this is just a free conversation. I get to just
it's free. It's free.
Be okay. Now, I'm not saying transcend your culture. Okay, I'm not saying transcend your culture. I'm not saying, be a black man getting in and act white. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm getting ready to say. What I'm saying is, understand that there is systemic racism. When you walk into the room, know that everybody in that room doesn't like you, and be okay with it. You're not, watch this, you're not going in to the room to fight the racism. You're going into the room to get the million.
Whoa, that's all right. Say that again, Pastor.
See, I'm not going into the room to fight the racism. I'm going into the room to get the million. See, so we can't lose focus on the purpose for going into the room. And so you go into the room and you find out that there's some racist people in the room. And you start saying, well, I don't want to be in that room. It's racism in that room. It's going to be racism in every room you walk in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So stay focused on why you walked into the room to begin with. You're not going into the room to change anybody's paradigm.
Mm.
Go into the room to get the check.
You know, I was listening to Bishop T.D. Jakes one time at one of his leadership conferences, and he said that some of the ladies from the church was concerned, had some issues about him going to a bar. He went to a bar for business, and somehow it came out or something about him being at this bar or whatnot. And he said that he explained to them that I didn't go to the bar to have a good time. I went in the bar to get the contract, to get the millions I needed to make my movie. I can't be worried about what folk think or how folk feel. I can walk in a bar, order me some sweet tea, sign the contract, get my millions, and walk right out of there just as holy as I was walked in.
Walk right out of there. Don't dislike anybody. Not moved by anybody, and so this keeps us focused, yes, on our culture, on our community, but it also gives us the ability to expand our capacity to deal with others who may not like you. You're not. Who cares if they like you or not?
Right. That's right.
Who cares if they like you or not? Who cares? If what because here's the thing, what you need the building, you need the relationship with the inspectors, you need the relationship with the fire marshal.
That's right.
These are all the people you're going to need as you start your business, because that stuff can get expensive as you begin. Because some of you, I'm talking, and I'm saying this stuff because I know I'm talking to people, some people who may be beginning in their homes, and there's some people who have began in their homes and they've expanded a little bit to a small business and they're ready to scale up. And so now I'm talking to you. So we've dealt with the sweet potato pies, and we've dealt with the small lawn service, but now that lawn service may be ready to scale up, and now you can start cutting adjudicated properties. Now it's time for you to get that contract to start cutting the grass of the city. Oh, Lord Jesus. And these are the things you need to know. Who's over property standard? Who's over code? Who's over your public works department? This is more than prayer. This is more than speaking in tongue and dancing. When you get up off that floor after your pastor lays hands on you, when you get up off that floor, you're going to have to go downtown and take care of some paperwork.
I'm glad you said that, Apostle, because that's exactly where I wanted to segue in here this last few minutes that we have. And that is the church, the kingdom, God's people, right? Because so often and so many times we believe that because we are saved and we are, we as Larry Reed would say, paper Bible saved. We saved, right? that somehow, though, we struggle with being able to be comfortable in the marketplace. We can conceptualize getting a job in the marketplace, but we struggle in our faith that God can elevate us to business owner. It's like it's like God favors me enough to give me a raise on my job, but somehow He can't favor me enough that I would own my own job.
Absolutely. But here's the, forget it. I'm gonna get in trouble anyway. The problem with that is, outside of pastoring, most of the leaders in the pulpit don't have a business themselves. So it's difficult. So it's difficult to teach a community of people how to do something you've never done. Your livelihood comes from those people. So if they don't tithe and if they don't give, you don't live.
So we're gonna pray for the promotion. But we're gonna have to wait and make sure we hear from God about the business.
Absolutely. And a lot of that is not prayer. A lot of that is not patience, and that's not discernment. A lot of that is just plain old fear. I don't know what the next step is, so we gonna believe God. No. It's just let's go downtown and do what we need to do, fill out the paperwork. Let's make this stuff happen. Let's put some money together and let's make this stuff happen. Okay. So now, from the pulpit to the janitorial staff, everybody needs to be in some type of business. Everybody. Even if the pastor is just cutting grass. If that's all the pastor's doing is just cutting grass. If you have 100 members, you have 100 yards to cut.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
And you start there. You start there. And if your members, we call them citizens, if your citizens can't support your business, you at the wrong church. You at the wrong church.
I remember hearing you talk about, I think some of your members at one point where one had gotten a contract with the bank, and then they told some other members who started washing the windows at the bank or something like that. I thought I heard you mention.
One of the young ladies started her business, and she scaled up. She got the contract with the city to be not cutting, but to be cleaning doctors' offices and dental offices, and then it grew to H&M's, all the H&M's in the malls, and then the Bass Pros and different things like that. So she was cleaning. Her company was cleaning those places. And then they asked her, well, we need our windows cleaned and stuff, and the glasses cleaned. Do you know anybody who does that? Sure. So she came right back to church, told someone in the church what was going on. That person was doing small window cleaning here and there, and just little small contracts. And so she showed them how to do the paperwork. Went down to the state, got all the information, all that stuff, and watch this. And then he started cleaning the glass. His company started cleaning the glass and the windows to the dental offices, to H&M, So if I didn't know anybody before you asked, I know now that you did. I know now that you did.
So it is amazing, because it is a concept that a lot of us, especially small ministries, a lot of time we have a lot of negative things to say about these mega ministries, but one reason that they are able to be mega ministries is they breed entrepreneurship. And when people are millionaires, I got more money to tithe. I got more money to do so. If I ain't got but $100, it's only so much I can sow. But if I'm sitting on 10 million, then I become a little bit greater of a resource to you.
We can go buy the hospital.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We
can go buy the school now.
Absolutely. It is important, and I want the listeners to really hear what's being said, because guys, there's no way in the world we can come out of this pandemic the same way we came in it. If we're not coming out in a better place with a better way of thinking, having a plan, economic in particular, for our family, for us and our future, then we have done ourselves a disservice. And me, frankly, I think we disappoint God. Because the one thing that I've heard people say over and over and over and over and over again, I need some time, man. I'm so busy. I'm working. I'm this. I got family. I got this. I don't have time. The pandemic shut things down to give you time.
Right. Absolutely.
You got a year. God gave you almost a year to get yourself together. That thing that you know he's spoken to you to do. That business you know he's told you to start. That book he's told you to write. He gave you almost a year.
Almost a year. Almost a year.
So come on, my people. We want to do better. We want to do better. And you cannot continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and then look up and keep being confused that you're getting the same results one after another after another. You're doing the same thing.
My.
So you got to be willing to change your thinking. You got to say, hey, I'm doing something wrong. That's what I did. Smart as I am, I didn't understand everything I needed to understand about money. And I had to put the little pride down and say, girl, you need to figure out this money thing because this ain't working. You saving, but you got to do something else. It got to be something else to be done. And so we reached out and we started Googling, just Google, and you come across someone like the great Apostle Steve, who was introduced to me by a mutual friend, Miss Constamika Wilson, who passed on, and we just thank God for her because, man,
she got down to Cleveland. I didn't even know Cleveland existed.
Apostle, she was needed in the earth because it was because of her that you and I met. It was because of you that I can honestly say a lot of my thinking changed as it related to money, especially when it came to things that I didn't understand. This is what you taught me, Apostle. It took a long time for me to get it, and I'm honest and can say that. And I want to say it because I know it's other people out there like me, and I want you guys to be free to receive everything God has for you. And the one thing that I had to do is understand that just because I don't understand it, don't make it wrong.
Wow.
Just because I don't understand it doesn't make it a scam.
Wow.
It just means I lack understanding. Put a little bit more time in it. Learn, be willing to learn, read, and you will see that some stuff I hear that is new and different can be a blessing to you if you're just willing to listen and learn. Be patient. Sometimes we get caught in this situation where we want it all right now. I gotta have it right now. Gotta have it right now. And I remember you saying something. You said, I learned Forex through you, Apostle, and a part of your Forex family. And I appreciate you for not giving up on me with that, because I'm learning more and more and more. And I know that as I stick with it, the more I learn, the greater the blessings are going to be. I tell them all the time, I'm learning to trade pennies today so I can trade dollars tomorrow and make millions later on. But I did not understand it, and it was very, very frustrating in the beginning, and it just took me a little time. And I just want to encourage our people to know that, when it's time for that shift, it's going to require you doing something different. It's going to require you coming out of your comfort zone. You can't be comfortable trying to change a community.
Come on.
Things are going to be uncomfortable. They're going to be painful. There's going to be some disappointments.
Come on.
But if we keep our eyes, as they say, on the prize and just stay focused, we can get it done. We can get it done. Yeah, we can get it done.
Amazing. I'm so
Last,
proud of you. I really am.
I come a long way, Pastor. I come a long way. I remember you saying, I remember you saying this, Pastor. I like this. I like this saying. I think I even posted on my Facebook page one time. You said, as it relates to Forex, you said, if you can take 4 years to get a degree or something, you can put in a year to learn something that'll change your life, something to that
Right,
extent. But
right,
it just hit me to say, that is so true. Once again, we we have a tendency to look for the easy way out. We want
right,
things sometimes to be just easy for us, and it's not going to be easy.
right.
And if you can put it on a paycheck, you didn't put in work 2 weeks. Ain't nobody gave you no money. You working on grace and faith. 2 weeks, hoping and believing it's gonna be a check at the end of 2 weeks, and you can't wait 2 days to make $100 or $1,000. I said, boy, he ain't lying. He sure ain't
Come
lying.
on.
He sure ain't lying. Boy, if I don't slow down and shut up and sit down and be patient and wait.
Hey, yes, I'm honored. I'm honored to know you, and honored to have you a part of our kingdom family for so many years. And it's just been, like I said, I call you my most favorite judge in the whole wide world. And we've had, of course, we've had our run-in. People just think, oh, Apostle, that's so kind to certain people. No, we have our run-ins, and we've had our run-ins, and the love has just grown. And I really appreciate you. I honor what you're doing there in Cleveland, and I support you. I know I'm not in the district and everything to vote for you and all of that stuff, but I support you 151%. Absolutely.
Thank you, Pastor. Now, Cleveland, that's where you came, but my little
That's
city
okay.
is Rosedale, the city of brotherly love. But
Rosedale.
but don't you worry, because we're gonna be hearing a whole lot about Rosedale than we will be hearing about Cleveland. And Cleveland, don't y'all get mad, because y'all know I love you now. Yeah, I love my caddy, but now I'm over here in the Rosedelian
It's
city.
Rosedale.
I'm over here in the Rosedelian city now. Just talking my road there now. Don't y'all be hating over here. Apostle, tell the people how they can reach out to you.
Facebook, Stephen J. Newton Sr. on Facebook. And I think it's Stephen J. Newton Sr. It's Stephen J. Newton Sr. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Now they trying to help me learn Instagram. I'm trying.
Ooh, I
But
know. When you learn, you teach me. When you find out, you tell me, because I don't know how to do.
I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it. But I know it's Stephen J. Newton Sr. on all of those. You can also go to my website, StephenJNewtonSenior.com. A lot of information there, and I would love to be able to contact with you and maybe put you in contact with some of our great team members who would like my most favorite judge in the whole wide world, who can help you in various areas of your life and coach you into greater. So, it's myself, and I have many other coaches in various areas of life that can and walks of life that can help you and assist you into getting to where it is that you desire to go. Watch this, and you remain connected to the love of God. You remain connected to the cross of Christ. So it's not taking anything away from your belief in God. I believe it is enhancing your belief in God. I believe it enhances your faith. It enhances your prayer life. I pray better with all my bills paid.
What you say? What you say? Oh my God! Ain't nothing
Glory
like
to
a shout when
God.
you ain't got no trying to repo the car, foreclose on the house.
Hallelujah. I can say thank you more. I can say thank you
Yes,
more. I'm more thankful and more grateful, which begins to attract more to me. So StephenJNewtonSenior.com, and you can get a hold to me.
absolutely. Well, thank you again, Apostle.
Thank
I
you.
thank you so much. And for all the listeners who joined in the broadcast, we want to thank you so very much for taking your time out this afternoon to be with us. I know that there's 100 other things going on. I appreciate you taking a little time to come over here and hear what we have to say. I also hope that you learned something. And remember, look, if you happen to be somebody who's like, I like some of it. I don't know if I liked all of it. That's cool. Eat the meat, spit out the bones.
Spit out the bones.
I feel it's not hurt. We're here to help and to bless you by giving you some information that'll cause you to think. One of my good preacher that I like to listen to is Howard John Wesley of Alfred Street Baptist Church there in the DC area. He says, it's not my job to make you think what I think. It's just my job to make you think. And I like that phrase. So we want to give you that information, guys. Listen, the election is around the corner. All right. So please get up off your sofa and go vote. All right. Go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote. Whether you vote for or against Biden or Trump, however way you're going, there are other things on the ballot that affect you locally that you need to vote for. For us, it's the flag here in Mississippi. For us, it's Initiative 65, medical marijuana, to help those people who are truly suffering, like cancer patients, people that suffer from lupus, our young children that are suffering from these debilitating seizures. Those pain pills is the only thing they can give them, and a lot of those things negatively affect the body and cause these individuals, y'all, to shorten their lifespan. So this ain't about folks just being able to toot and puff pass. This is for people who are suffering, all right? And it's Initiative 47. That's all they talk about, puff pass. I ain't talking about puff pass. I'm talking about trying to give somebody a good quality life.
Absolutely.
And for us, it's Initiative 47, all right? That's going to allow an individual who runs at a statewide, whoever wins the popular vote wins. Right now, if you ran and you won the popular vote, but you did not carry the individual 122 districts, you still couldn't win. Okay, so let's go in and vote yes. We want that law changed so that anybody who runs, black or white, once they win, they win.
They work
Y'all
for you.
It works for you. That's exactly, Apostle. So thank you, guys.
Louisiana, so I'm gonna have to come to Mississippi. I can't smoke none in Louisiana. I'm gonna come to Mississippi and get me some. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Oh Lord.
I tell them all the time, when people I've had conversations with folks that got issues with it, and this is what I say. I ask them, do they drink? And they say no. I say, okay. So does the fact that alcohol is legal change you wanting to drink it? No. I said, okay. So do you smoke marijuana? No, I don't. So just because they make it legal mean you figure to start wanting to smoke it?
It depends.
How close is the dispensary to my house? If I can sneak out my back door and go in and get it, I might. Y'all, we just playing. We having a good time. We having a good time. We just playing, guys. Don't crucify. Bless God. All right, Apostle. I thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. I'm going to set up something and have you come to Mississippi, especially about this foray, because I got a few people that have reached out to me about it. I'm going to set up something and meet with them, give them a little bit more information. And I would love for you to come in and do a session or training or something of that nature and just help bless the people to understand that that's a real good, viable way for them to advance themselves financially once they understand the skill.
You know we're coming. Let us know.
Yes. Yes, sir. All right, family. God bless you guys. I love you so much. Love you, Apostle. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Love you.
All right, family. God bless you guys. Again, we thank One Voice and their civic engagement grant. This is how we were able to bring you guys the broadcast. We would like for you guys to continue to support us in what we're doing. So if you don't mind giving a donation, you see the Cash App, money sign, My Money Matters. When you in the fourth section, you can place in there the I Believe Project. It is a 501c organization, so any donation you make is tax deductible. Okay, tax deductible. I thank you guys so much. Dion Simmons, thanks so much for coming in and being with us. Tamika, thank you so much, baby. Christian, I appreciate y'all so much. Alita, thank you so much. Pastor, thank you so very much. I'm glad to say that I have a pastor that believes in entrepreneurship. She believes in that, y'all. Oh my God, she pushes us to do those things and tells us, if God can bring you here, he can take you there. And I'm thankful to have a leader like that. Okay. All right, guys, y'all have a blessed evening. Listen, if you have not done so, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, hit the bell. When I drop videos or go live, you guys will get the notification and can join in and be there with us. I think I got some, Apostle talks about my YouTube channel over there. I do we talk a little about, little church mess stuff over there, a little bit. We have fun, all right? We have fun. So please go over there and hit the subscribe button and the bell, because I think I got a topic I want to talk about concerning Kim Burrell, but I think I'm going to go live. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you'll get the notification when we go live. Thank you guys for your support. I love you so much. Thank you so very, very much. And as usual, we'll see you next time. God bless, family. Y'all take care. Have a good evening.